Hey.
All right. All right. So I have I just get started right away. I have a couple recorded games that I played, and do you remember last time I had like a short session? I showed you uh the option to go for like a all-in castlage. So far most of the stuff requires you to like add TCs like early and boom it up.
Hmm.
But there's that one build that lets you go for a crossbows and knights in early castle, and you basically go for a one TC build. We didn't really like we played a couple games after it, but we didn't really get to see it. So I have a
Hmm.
couple recordings of that build in action.
Okay.
All right, so first one I will link you it right here on Voobly. So yeah, same thing. You just load it up, and then I'll watch. I'll keep track of on your stream, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, don't tell me you won that game.
Yeah, I won both. Well, the first one is versus a 2K player, and then the second versus Daniel. So
Okay. Actually, I think I did it one game as well.
okay, if you find the rec, then let me know. We'll watch it.
Yeah, I rather. I surely need to think about it. Let me quickly watch through my profile then, because I
Yeah, no problem.
felt. Oh, that's my wrong nick. Nearly AOE. When was our last coaching?
It was last week Friday, I believe.
Okay, let me
So
see.
far we've done 5 hours. So 2 hours, 2 hours, then 1 hour, 5 hours.
So yeah, 11th of March is too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, was it against Bob? What Ethiopians? Ah, yeah, somewhat. The that game,
Okay.
but
So
we can watch your game first. If you prefer.
how about we start with start with mine, then we'll see yours, and we'll see what we did differently and who did it better. Let's go for
Shit.
it. The pressure's on now.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
yeah, start with that one. This is versus a 2K player. Like I said, I could probably win him with any strategy. It's not like this is the only way to win, but I just showed you how effective it is, basically.
Mhm. Okay.
So yeah, you can probably fast forward through most of the early game. It's just standard stuff.
Nice sheep passing.
Yeah. All right. So I am Saracens. So I have pretty much no eco bonus, and I don't even get off to the best start. You see me taking the boar like, early on. I had like late sheep. But anyways, I think I believe I go straight archers into wall, and he goes for scouts. But it would be the same build if you go from men at armors into archers. It doesn't change.
Okay.
So yeah, you can probably just fast forward to the beginning. I think I lose a vil on my gold right away, so it shows you that like um this is not the optimal thing, but it still works pretty well.
Could have had 11 HP more on that villager.
Yeah, exactly. I made that mistake. Yeah, so that vil goes down, and then I do a little bit of damage in feudal age, but nothing too crazy, I think, if I remember correctly.
Good. Two archer ranges with only one villager. Interesting.
Yeah, I know. I probably should have used two, but I had no wood, so
Well, you
for
had
some
one
reason.
archer range at 60% after,
Oh
and
yeah,
then you
true,
already
true.
queued up the second one. But yeah,
Should
okay.
yeah, should have put a second vil. Yeah, so like I said, it's not even the cleanest game at all. Like this is definitely just like an average game for me. But with this build, it turned into a complete snowball in early castle. All right. So yeah, like you're seeing, it's typical archer build. I go for archers into wall. If I did men at arms, it'd be the same thing. Go men at arms into archers, then wall, and nothing really changes much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't remember myself doing too much damage here. I'll take a look, see what happens.
I think you should have saved that one.
Yeah, that was definitely unnecessary. But yeah, he chased me away. So now we're a villa piece, pretty much.
I assume he has wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
He has a whole.
And
Look at that mining.
Yeah, that mining cap's not the best.
What is that? 3 or 4 tiles away.
Oh, poor guy. Actually, I didn't even realize that.
That's 3 tiles away. Oh god.
Damn.
That's
That hurts. That
I haven't
hurts.
seen that in quite some time.
So yeah,
Okay, well, you snagged another 2 or maybe even 3 villages.
yeah, I think 2 vills. Yeah, I believe another 2 vills. I lose some archers. Notice how I split up my army, by the way. So his skirms chased my first army, then I sent another one in. That's kind of what you want to do with the early archers. Anyways, I click up the castle. Now look at my base at home. I get horse collar. Keep an eye on my wood count. My wood count is going to be very, very minimal. So I drop my 2 stables, and then after that, it's all about seeding farms and going on to gold.
Okay.
I have very little wood income.
Do
Very
you
important.
think this is the spot if you have 10 on gold to build a second mining camp?
Right now they're not bumping too much, so it's okay. If, for example, they are bumping, then yeah, sure. Second mining camp, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, because you
and not a
don't
problem.
plan to add TCs. I think
Exactly.
second mining camp, then you have just 4 working a bit better. Even if they're not bumping, like those are working like square root of 2 tiles, something.
Well, in this case, it's fine. I'd rather just save the 100 wood, because the 100 wood is like an extra farm or whatever. But either way, the second mining camp is perfectly fine as well. Okay, another thing to notice is that I stopped making archers halfway up to castle. It's because I can't afford them anymore. And I get bloodlines and armor on the way up. So on the way up, I have bloodlines and armor on the knights, and then I stop making archers. So I have now a ball of 20 archers, which would be crossbows with +2, and then I'm preparing the knight transition. So basically, my plan is now after I get the upgrades for the archers, I'm gonna switch into full knights. And what that does is that now I have archers and knights right away, which is really hard to stop, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would have built the stables close to the mining camp and the farms, simply to hide them a bit better, so that he cannot randomly scout them.
Yeah, I agree. Like hide the transition, and I do that versus Daniel. I try to hide the fact that I'm, going for this play. You'll see in the next game. But the thing is, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it doesn't even matter if they scout it, in my opinion, because they can't really counter it if they're not preparing to counter it. Like if they don't do the same thing as you, they're gonna be on the defensive no matter what. They have to camp hills. They have to add, a defensive monastery, something.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if they scout it, it's still that powerful. But yeah, like you said, if you hide it, that's always a good thing to hide the transitions for sure. Okay, so look at my eco now. I go cross for Bodkin, and now I'm just full knights. And the vills coming out of my TC are gonna be mostly going towards farms and gold. I'm gonna keep my wood count at a low.
Yeah. Well, then your macro is just way better at the moment than mine.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, if you just keep the wood count at a low, if that's your focus, then you'll be alright. You'll be alright for the macro. And this is perfect. So he's got just skirms, and you see that I basically just there's no counter to this.
Yeah.
Even if he microed perfectly, there's no counter. I have knights versus skirms, and I have 20 archers, and there's nothing. And you see, he added a monastery and a university. That's 400 resources that are doing nothing right now, whereas I invested them all into knights.
Yeah. Well, you added 2 stables, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's instant dead. He can't do anything. Go to his point of view, see how many resources he had available to him.
Well, that's not really
he
saying much, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah, he didn't have much left at the end.
Yeah, he probably spent most of it. But he got Expo and Skirms, but it didn't matter because of how fast I had the knights at his base.
Did he not only tech skirm? I think he didn't even build any archers, right?
He had crossbows, but only like 4 or 5. He switched into them when he saw the knights, but like I said, too late at that point.
Don't you think that your map was just way better than his map as well?
Yeah, I agree, and I can, like I said, I could probably win this game for the variety of strategies. But I picked this one because he's got the forward goal on the hill, and I figured I can kill him really, really fast with this. So, like I said, any time where you feel like aggressive pressure can actually win you something, then this is a good strategy to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Or in something like an extended feudal age where you both go man at arms and you add a few man at arms apiece, or like I don't know, you go man at arms to the scouts. A long feudal age you get to cast around 24 minutes, then you have to switch two stables most of the time, depending on your civ, of course, but usually it's helpful to go two stables. Yeah,
Okay.
so that was the first game.
You want to
We'll
see?
take a look at your rec now.
Okay, let me see if I can find that one properly. Is it that one? Probably not. Let's pray that I'm not having any Smurfniks. Okay, I
Not
think
that
it's
one.
this one. So I
Okay.
think it's Hidden Cup to Arabia against Twig.
Twig, okay, cool. That's a really good opponent.
Yeah, we are playing with a pretty good Civ win. Malians against Goth.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And Malians is a really, really good civ for this because they save a lot on the wood, so the stables are cheaper. So let's see how you do it.
Yeah, just showing you my map. Kind of open gold, so not the greatest map for this, I believe.
Yeah, it's pretty open on the front, but at least you have a safe wood lance here. Okay.
Yeah.
And did you open the scouts or did you open man at arms?
I open Men at Arm into Archer into Knights
Okay, yeah,
from the
that's
last
really
coaching
good.
episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly when this build comes out.
I feared that I especially picked this because I didn't want to go like a boomy kind of game and let him do Haskell pike push.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And for Scots, they don't really benefit too much early game for any bonuses. So Malians for Scots, it's a perfect idea to go for all in castle. Works really really well. So it's good that you're thinking of the matchup. Actually, that's something that's really important. Think of your matchup and your win condition, and then go with a plan and execute it as well as you can.
I was very sure that he went Men at Arms, so I went for 4.
Okay.
Kind of expecting him to go for 3 or 4 as well, and I didn't want to get instantly pressured.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Like I said, if he's going man at arms, 4 man at arms is perfectly fine.
He was instantly walled, and then I tried to quick wall at home. Did some pressure at the front. I think
Nice.
I want to slow down a bit more to kind of explain. I knew that he would be around and tried to quick wall. I think I failed, or did I?
Either way, you would have archers. Let's just see if you get it.
Yeah.
Looks okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it looks good.
Meanwhile, I'm doing some damage at the front, crossing some walls. So I think it's pretty even for now.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
forcing-
You walled, he walled.
Yeah, a lot of walls, not a single kill so far.
Yeah.
He got 1 villager or something, not sure. My scout, he got my scout.
Yeah, he's got scouts, yeah. But notice how like the preemptive walls are much better than the quick walls. Like the quick walls he's doing is hurting him way more than what you're doing, and yours makes you fully walled. And whereas his, he's panicking and his range is about to go down even.
Well,
So
the problem
I definitely think
for him was that he just failed the wall at the front, right?
right,
Like
right.
he was walled, he just didn't re-wall.
Okay.
So I think his walls were actually fine. That was just a
Oh, yeah,
not
he
a
was fully
strategic
walled.
mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, you get a little bit of damage, but nothing crazy. So that's actually good. That's fine.
Yeah, I lost all my aggression. Now going forward with archers, forcing him into some more defense.
So you can tell your build order is better than him. I know you have a better civ, but you have way more archers than him and way more army. Most likely because you did a better build order.
Well, he is like thinking about casting so much earlier as well, right? I did +1/+1 on my archers, and
Right.
he's already sitting at 500 food here.
Okay. Yeah, so he's kind of going for a skirm approach. This build seems to be really good against players who go for skirmishers early. Because skirmishers are just so weak versus knights, so...
And now I'm rushing out a stable because I feared him going aggressively.
Yeah.
But then
So
I
is he-
realized he wasn't chasing and didn't care anymore and thought about casting.
Okay, cool. But that's kind of the same thing I do versus Daniel. You'll see in the second rec. I drop a stable. I want to go for scouts. I notice that I don't, I don't have the pressure, so I just skip and go for Castle Age. All right. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna hit around the same time here. Even you have a lot of farms.
I'm a bit surprised that he wasn't up earlier. Oh, he went for +1/+1 as well. Okay.
Okay. So you invested a bit later into army.
Yeah. It's a pretty similar timing.
Yeah.
Doing some random dances here. Not something I really want to do.
Yeah, at this point I'd say like you wasted quite a few archers there for very little. Even if you kill the scrims, doesn't matter. You know you're switching into knights anyways, and you're fully walled. So just conserve your archers. It's very important to conserve your archer mass when you're doing this. But yeah, you still have a good ball of them, so that's fine. Okay, so you're doing a pretty solid build here. But can you check your wood count for me? I want to see if you're floating any wood.
I'm at 148 when I reach Castle Age and not building anything. I did build a second stable and I have, I believe, 12 on wood, yeah.
Okay, that's actually fine. That's fine. You probably could see a couple more farms with the wood villas, but that's okay. As long as you're not floating like 300-400 wood, then you're okay to do this.
Okay.
So now your plan should be just like send villas to gold and food from the TC, pretty much. Notice how you could use a couple of extra villas on gold. You have only 8. I had like 10 in my build, and I think I wasn't even floating gold, so you can definitely use a few more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
All right.
nice. That's true. Yeah.
But either way, the idea is there, and let's see how he reacts to it. See what he can do about it. Okay, and what upgrades do you have in your knights? Do you have the bloodlines and the +1?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's important you get those early.
Yeah. Now I realize I'm not doing that much because he still has a lot of crossbowmen though.
I mean, 4 knights just around the crossbowmen, it should be enough to, like, if you go from the back, take a right fight, it should be enough to clear the whole army. Like, see, you're wasting 2 knights there, that's bad. You just stay till have 4, and then 4 knights flanking the crossbows, while your crossbow on the front, the army's dead instantly.
Yeah, probably. I'm going back now.
Yeah, like don't feel like you're in. See, you're adding a TC here. I honestly would have just went all in, like 1 TC play.
Okay.
Don't feel like you have too much. You're too much in a rush with this build. You have like 7 to 10 minutes to kill the guy or to do some damage.
Okay.
I would say something like 5 to 7 minutes to do a little bit of damage, and then like 10 minutes to really do something big. So like winning a fight versus all those crossbows, you have 5 minutes to do that. You're not really in a rush right away. You're getting +2, which is nice. Oh yeah, this is rough. This is rough.
Well, that happened.
Okay, that's rough. I think it might be GG here actually. I don't see you winning from this position.
Yeah, well, he's 20 military ahead, even eco. I went for 3 TCs. I was just praying to somehow hold from here.
Yeah, see, at this point, you're kind of you're not sticking to the same plan. So you wanted to go for a 1 TC, but then you added TCs. And what that does is now you don't have, like, you're kind of in the middle of 2 things.
Yeah, I didn't know that I wanted to stay 1 TC. I felt like because he was walled, I kind of switched into 3 TCs because I thought we kind of had armies and no one could really hurt each other.
Yeah, but remember what I told you? If you do this properly, you have the 20 expos and then like 8 knights. And it doesn't matter if the guy's palisade walled, because you're able to break in 100%. You clear his army and then you can break in for sure. Like I promise you, if you stay 1 TC and really commit to it, at least for like the first 5 minutes of Castle Age, you're gonna find a way to do damage 100%.
Okay.
And even just clearing his army is enough, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe then I have +2 a bit earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. So now if you take like your eco, you don't have enough army to defend this, and you don't really have enough eco to continue producing villas as well.
Fortunately, I'm taking a good fight here.
Yeah, that's what you have to do at the start of Castle Age, with the 4 knights to surround the crossbows, and then imagine if you had the 20 crossbows in that fight. You completely dominate.
Yeah.
It actually feels like you're still kind of even in this game, despite the score. You're 5 villas up. He has more military, but you have the chance to clear that up.
Yeah.
But at this point, this is This is not the point where you want Goss to be in, though. You gave him a chance to get into the infantry,
Yeah.
which is what you didn't want from the start.
Yeah. Behind this, I'm just playing a castle HLN.
Yeah, yeah. Which I agree with. Let's see. Okay, he micros nicely. Yeah, but like you told me at the start, like you wanted to kill Goth early, but giving him this much time now, it's not looking good. This is exactly where the Goth player wants to be in. And an extended castle age.
Well, wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah, obviously, it's all good, but I like the idea. Like the initial build order was nice, except the fact that you added TCs and you wasted those a couple of early nights. Like I'm not even gonna worry about the crossbows. Like these things happen, but the first few nights you definitely shouldn't waste those.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I should have waited for 4.
Yeah, like I told you, like the most important thing is you're not in a rush to kill him. You have a few minutes.
Okay.
You have a few minutes. It's not that fragile. And the army you're making is the best Castage army in the game. Like Expo Knights, the best Castage army in the game. It beats Skirm Knights. It beats pretty much everything that they can make.
Okay. But I still had the advantage that he didn't build a defensive castle, had all those open gold spots. What was the stone? Maybe it was in stone a bit late.
Yeah, I think so. I think as a Goth player, I would want my castle up a little bit earlier, like at 30 minute mark. So even after a lot of those like throws by you in the early game, you're still in a decent position to win this game. It seems like this is a bad fight though. Well, it's okay. I trade decently.
He's up to him. I continue my all-in.
By the way, it seems weird that you rush down a castle and it's not on a hill. If you're gonna try and go for a forward castle, make sure it's on a hill.
Well, he was having his army on the hill, so I couldn't.
Yeah, no, but then don't go for it. Then wait for it. Because when you do a forward castle on the bottom of a hill, it's very easy for him to just get up his own castle and trap it down or something. Like this play, if you wanted to go for a forward castle, it has to be your last attempt. It has to be a game winner. It has to be on his face, pretty much.
Okay.
Right now, it's kind of like in the middle of the map. It's not doing much.
I felt like I'm controlling a lot there and opening myself up for new attacks. Obviously, on the hill would have been better, but I didn't have the army.
Yeah, no, I know, but what I'm saying is then just wait for it. Like keep massing until you think you can take a good fight, and then try and get on the hill. It's not worth to do it here.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
But actually, it's still allowing you to kind of control the hill a bit, so it's not the worst thing. But like I said, if you had somehow gotten it on the hill in front of the gold, even if it was 2 minutes later, it would have been fantastic. Really, really good.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Do you end up winning this game? Do you know?
I know if I win it. Do you want to know?
Yeah, just tell me.
Do you want to watch to the end, or do you only want to know?
If it's too long, no. So if it's too long, no. But if it's a short win, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Okay, so just tell me. I imagine you, because you're happy.
I was happy with the game anyways. Like, okay. I didn't like the crossbow, but after I got the castle up there, I felt like I at least executed what I wanted.
Yeah. See, this castle, the second castle he made is really good. So he's trapping it down, but you're on a hill, so it's super easy to repair it now. Super easy to repair. If he attacks the other castle, the one that's downhill, it's gonna go down so fast. You have no idea.
Actually, better eco than I thought.
Yeah. So you're actually coming back into this, but like I said, this is mainly probably because he made some mistakes as well. I think versus like a 2K5 player, you would probably lose this game.
Well, makes sense, right?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, even versus a 2K5 player, let's say like MBL for example, if you do the build properly and you have the plan and you do get a really good fight in early castle, you have your chances to win. They're gonna do their best to not give you that fight, obviously. But if you have the plan and you execute it decently, get a good fight, you're in a good position to win. Even versus a 2K5 player, doesn't matter. So yeah, we could probably just hop out of this game. You go on to win it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. let's go and check. I have one more for you versus Daniel.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I don't. He resigns as soon as he sees the knights, but the idea is the same. Here, I'll message you it. The idea is the same. I go for the all-in. All right. All right. So yeah, Malians for scouts. Malians again. They are very good at doing this, obviously.
Yeah.
And Celt is also not a bad civ, so it's not like it's a major civ one. I prefer Malians, but it's not a major civ one. And yeah, it's gonna be, I believe, I open Man at Arms and he does the same, and then we both go. He goes into more skirms, I go into more archers, and then I add the stables later on. So you can pretty much fast forward to the beginning. It's nothing much happens. I don't think any of us take any crazy damage either. Oh, I even get housed here. That's embarrassing.
On stream.
Second time on stream, man.
Ah, you
But
dropped.
I like it. I like it. Oh yeah, he rushed. I went for Man at Arms, but I didn't even end up upgrading Man at Arms. So I just do quick walls, and then I just trade the militia off.
Okay, why did you not go for Men at Arms?
I think if I just trade I thought if I just trade the militia and go for 2 ranges, I'll be fine. I didn't need the Man at Arm pressure, and I think it was a good decision actually. So I just take a regular fight here. I should win it, right? Because I have the Feudal Age Scout. I'm not using it, so right now it's just micro. But
Yeah, but you took the first engagement was simply better for you.
yeah, exactly. And I kill his scout pretty much, which is really good. And yeah, I just go to 2 ranges. He does something weird. He adds more men at arms, like a couple more, or militia.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so that's probably one mistake from him.
I think that's never good, right?
Yeah, it's so rarely good. I'll say that, like 95% of the time.
Like, what spot is where it makes sense? If you go forward, right?
Yeah, the only time you add more men at arms actually is when someone's going forward, either you or him. It's the only time you use more men at arms because then you fight with, men at arms versus Vils close up is really good. Or like, versus the first 2 archers. But if I'm gonna have like 6 archers, you have men at arms, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna kill you, regardless if you mix in a few men at arms.
Yeah.
It'll just be a waste of resources. Okay, so anyways, they give me a little bit of a hard time, but nothing too crazy. Remember, these are Celt men at arms, so they're really, really fast. But... Okay.
Archer skirm, you have 4 on gold.
Yeah, notice how I mix in the first few skirmishers? It's just, it lets you get a few more farms, and it lets you also take good engagements. See, he went pure skirmishers, or mostly skirms, but since I had a couple of skirms, I was able to at least fight. I think he out-micros me here, though.
Well, you microed a bit weirdly to the right-hand side without a chance of...
Yeah, I didn't like
Grouping
that.
up
I
again.
should have just ran back, yeah. I didn't have enough. But even still, like I said, losing a couple units in Feudal Age, it's not going to win or lose you the game. So I just back up, I go to my hill, and then I just, chill till my eco kicks in. I get the padded archer armor, so the armor, because when archer skirm mix, it's good. I like it.
Yeah. He's getting it as well. He has the army advantage at the moment.
Yeah,
Now
mostly
we go
because
for
of me
his
being
stable.
sloppy. Yeah.
Stop walling there. Interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay, normally you would have advised me to be walled at this point. Why didn't you wall?
Yeah. I think it was mainly out of laziness. I should have definitely walled, because if I walled the right side, I wouldn't have had any problems ever, pretty much. But now that I'm not walled, I had to really keep track of the archers flanking. I had enough army to defend, but I think being walled would have been better. So it was just laziness.
Okay. And you would have
Yeah.
walled small again. So
Yeah.
like the
I wouldn't
gate
have went
to the
there.
stone to the wood line.
I think just gate to woodline. Gate to woodline, straight up. Like a long wall. And then blacksmith walls that, and then I'll wall towards my gold or something like that.
Okay.
Basically, you just want to protect yourself. I played a bit too open, but it's mainly just because I'm confident that I'm able to keep track of his army and like you know, decision making, or kind of like, I don't know, just keep track of where he's attacking me basically.
Yeah. His
But if I'm playing super safe, I definitely will.
his edit man at arms also delayed his wood upgrade. He only did
Oh
it
yeah,
now.
I saw that.
And I
Yeah, I
think he
saw
has too many villagers on wood, right?
that. Yeah, he did.
14?
Yeah. And you can see that he has 300 wood now,
Yeah.
piling for no reason. So notice, actually, I made a scout. I wanted to invest into feudal scouts, but since he scouted my stable, I made one scout and I stopped making. I went for castle age. And notice his reaction. He adds man at arms, which is a kind of a weird reaction, but
What?
it's weird. And it's directly influenced by him seeing my scouts. So just by adding this table, I forced him a reaction. I'm not making scouts. So I didn't really invest into anything. And now I'm going to go for my all-in castle age while he's busy defending against the pseudo scouts that aren't actually coming. I guess you could say phantom scouts.
But man at arms feels so weird.
Yeah, I know, it's definitely weird. I've seen him do it a couple times. I need to tell him to stop doing that. But either way, so let's say he adds his own scouts, or he adds a few spears, something, you know, viable, something
Yeah.
logical. Then the same build still works out. So notice now he's going to go for an all-in feudal, pretty much. But I'm going for my, you know, castle age all-in. I'm going to stop making archers here after these last two. And now I have double stable, getting get bloodlines and armor. Now, I make a mistake here. I didn't tower, and that was risky. I should have towered my gold. So if he went straight in, I would have took some damage. But if I towered my gold, it would have been a perfect game for me, in my opinion. Yeah, either way, I have now 20 crossbows pretty much, gonna be fully upgraded, and then I'm ready to make my switch over to knights.
He only sees one stable, only sees one scout.
Yeah,
Sees that you have bloodlines and +1 defense.
Yeah.
Okay, now he needs to jump.
Yeah, so he's gonna try and get on my archers. I run my archers. Like I said, I'm conserving my ball of archers. It's really important because I'm not making any more. And see, if I had a tower, it would have been perfect. I don't
Why
have
did
a
you
tower.
leave
So
the
it's messy.
houses? If you just kept the houses alive.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. I tried to make them back actually. But yeah, if I had a tower, it would have been best. It would have been best. It would have been best. So I do take a little bit of damage. Either way, he calls it GG. And the reason is he's gonna lose all his army, and then I'm gonna attack him with knights and crossbows, and you can't really defend that, even if you have walls. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So this is actually it's a very similar game to the one you showed me where he was Goths. All you have to do is kill his initial army, and then you have full map control. I don't need to add TCs at all. So look at my economy. I'm pretty sure I kept my wood count low. At least I should have.
170.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And he has 400 wood in the bank.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's pretty. It's pretty solid, this build, honestly. And it doesn't work every time. But in the situation where, you know, it's a long feudal age and we're cooking around 22 minutes, stuff like that, it's definitely worth it. Especially if you see your opponent making skirms. Like, keep it in mind.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, I just want to show you these just so you know that these actually work in real games versus, you know, pretty good players. Like Daniel's actually a really good player. He's, you know, solid 2K3, I would say.
I know that you're a big fan of his.
Yeah, he plays well, but he does weird stuff, honestly. So yeah, I see Dogao is actually playing. I don't think he would let us play non-rated, but
He would. He wanted to play me earlier. Yeah, and I said that he might.
Let's see if he lets us.
Yeah. Let me see.
Either way, I think you should play him, and I'll watch and we'll talk in between games, I think. It doesn't work with rated, so.
You need to up yourself quickly.
It's still okay. Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's really good sport by Dugout. This is gonna be a really good game actually.
The last one we won, I played against Tugao, I won.
Okay, that's not bad.
That
Dugout
was
is actually
when HD came out, and he didn't know one. I built eagles in feudal age with Incas, and he was
okay.
has never seen that before.
Okay. I see. Yeah,
It
he's definitely
has
got
been some time.
a lot better from that moment. All right. So yeah, I think what we're gonna try and focus here is we're gonna think about the Civ matchup and identify basically our win conditions, and then after that it's about execution, pretty much.
Okay, hard difficulty. Why is he playing hard?
That's pretty suspicious. Yes. Too hard for you.
Makes laming easier, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because the wolf has higher line of sight, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Berbers. So, knowing Hidden Cup Arabia is that most of the time it's pretty wallable.
Yeah, but this time you're on the edge, so you might have forward woodlands. We'll see. And he's Indians.
Very good defensive gold and stone so far. Thanks, Shadow, for the host. At the moment, we're getting coached by Hera, as you can see, and playing against Togao. Sick. I played 2 deathmatch games, and this feels so slow in comparison now.
Yeah. I remember when I played fast speed, I felt the same thing when I went back to normal.
That looks like a very good woodline for me.
Yep. So your map actually looks somewhat decent.
I think it looks really good.
Yeah, I just don't like the forward gold, but I think you'll be able to wall.
I have a defensive gold as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you can
then
take
I can
the
build
second.
the cast. Oh, I need a sheep in the TC.
Oh, it'll be in time, I think.
So I would be really happy to get onto Camera Archers here. So I'd just start...
Scouts wall camel archers?
Yeah?
I like that.
Or I would have even started Man-at-Arms into walls Camera Archer.
I don't know. I prefer scouts into wall camel archers.
Thing is, scouts, I will never have map control because he will play like pop 20 against my pop 22 or something.
You can go 21. You can even go 20 with Berber. It's not like it's impossible. And you have deer that you can lure as well. But it's fine. Man arms will work as well. But I think try scouts.
Switch away.
Yeah. I think scouts is good. You won't regret it. Just don't forget the house.
Yeah. Since I switched away from 4 to 3 on wood, that
screwed up a little bit.
Weird. Yeah.
I would say lure a couple deer. Maybe scout him first fast, and then we found him. You go lure deer.
Oh, that's that easy. Okay.
Yeah. Because you have really nice deer, so all we need to know is where he is, pretty much.
Okay. That's very short distance, right? And that...
Yeah.
I think that's another argument for Man-at-Arms, actually. But...
I just want to defend versus his man-at-arms, actually, so... Like, I think going scouts is actually fine. If we wall a little bit early, and then... if he goes man-at-arms, we'll be fine. Then the scouts will get us map control. And then if he goes scouts, then we just wall up like normal. And go for the camel archers. Yep. Gonna just take him off my X. Oh, nice trap. I like that one. It's fine. You probably have to add one more Vil. I don't know if you can hit 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you add a little bit, but that's fine. You get his scouts, so that's okay. He just clicked, so he's going 20 pop. Nice. Okay, cool. So I go back to luring deer. Lure a couple more deer. He's 20 pop for sure, so it's gonna be scouts most likely. Actually, for sure scouts. Okay. What I would say now is you want to get onto the second wood line. So I think this one is nice, and wall that side as well. So if wall from those two woods early, and then take that wood line. That way you have a pretty secure early base. You have some idols under your TC as well. Careful.
Yeah, trying to get everything rolling at the moment.
Yep.
This is a spot where I have no idea where to build my barracks.
Cause your gold is forward, I think what you did is fine, and we'll decide how we want to wall a bit later. I think we'll wall from the gold to the wood line, and then we'll take the secondary gold. I'm not sure yet though. I think that makes the most sense for what we want. So yeah, he's doing 20 pop like we said, and we'll be okay here. Just get a second Vil on that barracks because it's a bit late.
Oh, I don't have enough wood, anyways.
It's gonna come in, I think. It should come in. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, like we said, he's going for the stable as well. Alright, what we want to do now is, you got your eco upgrades, right? You got both? Yeah, okay. Oh, you're still missing the horse collar.
Yeah, I didn't have wood.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so now as soon as you can afford it, make one spear. Just in case.
What? What is that passing? What is that passing?
Okay, run that scout home. I would wall from the gold to the wood line, by the way, because we want to secure the stone. So it doesn't make sense to wall like that. You have to
yeah,
keep the stone inside your walls. Yeah. And then your base is actually very secure. You have a bit too many on wood though. You need to be seeding farms. Yeah. You have like 8 on that one lumber camp. Remember I said keep them on the straggler trees. It's way better. So he's 20 pop, so we'll probably give him priority. We'll let him attack us. We have a spear and a few scouts, and we know exactly where he's gonna come. So either he goes straight for the walls or he goes around. But on the right side, we're walled anyway. So yeah, focus on continuing seeding those farms. Okay. Alright, so now finish that wall on that left side, and yeah, we're pretty good. He's not attacking us, so he's most likely doing the same thing, whereas he's just patrolling at home and waiting to wall, pretty much. Double check with one scout so there's not a hole on that side, just to be safe. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So yeah, now you can start, moving out with your scouts. Don't make any more. 6 scouts is perfect. Oh, he's there. Perfect. So yeah, just continue chasing him now. Bit early on the wheelbarrow, but it's okay. You can just run now. You can just run. Yeah, you're fine. Fully walled. Cool. Yeah, blacksmiths now. You're gonna want to transition your berryvilles pretty much onto stone. Maybe see a couple farms with them and then send the rest onto stone. You're gonna need like five or so onto stone now. And yeah, he's most likely fully walled here. What you could do with your scouts is scout the rest of the map. Idle TC and a couple idle vills as well.
Whoop.
Yeah, just run into the edge. Might as well get some exploration. It's actually really important.
Okay, now I always feel like I'm super vulnerable at the front.
It would have been nice if you kept those scouts. If I'm being honest, I think it would have been best to just run them away instead of taking that fight. Because now we have no vision. And you shouldn't feel vulnerable. Because if he attacks us,
I will add another scout after I clicked up.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Let's see what he's doing. But don't feel vulnerable in the front, because if he attacks us, we can just do market walls or palisade gate walls, and he can never break in, even with archers.
Okay.
But like, I don't think he's gonna go for archers anyway. I think he's gonna go for camels. Alright, perfect. Alright, so go for your gold mining upgrade. Yeah, that's nice. And we're in a pretty good position. So he's most likely gonna go for 1 or 2 stable camels, and we're gonna go for. He's probably gonna do 2 stable camels, and we go for camel archers. Makes sense, and it's gonna be a boom game.
I think scouting is front. I shouldn't see much, so I'm trying to catch this scout somehow.
Yeah, or just explore the black
Yeah.
you know, the stuff that you didn't explore yet.
Kind of the same in this case.
I think he did that because his score started to rise out of nowhere, which either indicates he's switching to archers, which I don't think so, or he's, you know, scouting the map. Also, getting bloodlines now is a good idea because we're gonna need it anyways.
Okay. This is the moment where I want to be in front. Sadly, only scouted 2 relics. It happens.
I did a bit of palisade scan to make sure he's not, you know, doing any forward siege shenanigans. It looks like he's not.
Yeah.
I think he wants to boom. Yeah, he's doing camels.
Yeah, but
no
only
upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, no upgrades. But 2 stables. That's important. So yeah, so do your castle to secure the gold, the main gold. Alright. Wood upgrade and then a TC, you know, as you can afford them. For TCs, I would probably say 1 on this wood line, or actually no, this wood line, the second X, and maybe even 1 on this hill a bit later on.
Okay, well, always would have built it close to the main gold, but... Oh.
No. It's gonna be too cluttered. Definitely a mining camp on the main gold, well, one day.
Okay. Second X you said. It's not pretty.
Yeah, so right here.
Okay,
Oh, nice, you got a scout.
castle. Oh no! So coming.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, where did you want the second?
Probably just right here. And you could probably take the vills off stone as well. Yeah, just wait till you have like a few. Like I said, you don't have to rush into moving out. Just sit in the castle.
Oh! Ooh.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you're mainly worried about getting the 30C up now and then just massing the cam archers.
Okay, good that I always ask and never actually look. Where did you want to have the other TC?
Oh yeah, right here, right here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. One day. Like I said, you could take the vills off stone, I think, for now. Because you're not going to want the second castle soon anyway.
Okay,
Want
now
a bit
we'll
later.
do a trick.
Careful though, don't move out too soon. It's not worth. He now got bloodlines and +1.
I'm trying to snipe the monk. Yeah, actually,
He wants the relic, yeah, he's collecting relics. I would even say you should get a monastery and get the relics, but you should go for the 30C first, I believe. Nice, good snipe there. It's pretty good.
oh no, wait.
Yeah, Bodkin first, and husbandry is also. Oh, you already got husbandry, perfect. So yeah, definitely gonna need a monastery from you now, because you still didn't scout the right side, so there might be actually a couple more relics they didn't get.
Misclick. Oh, that's a costly one.
Still doesn't matter too much. We're still only talking 1 or 2 units. But, okay, now you're getting caught out too much. Okay, that's fine. Good. Fix your idols. He's probably booming up way better than you are at the moment. You should probably need to get archer armor and look to start, you know, trying to hit his units now, his vills. Yeah, hit and run. Try to finish it off. That's a 1 HP camel there. If not, it's fine. Yeah, keep microing. Okay, nice. And now you probably want to get back on the stone, because we want to get a second castle right here on this hill, 100%. That's the most important hill in the game, for the early game. So start getting back on the stone, spend that wood. You can even look to get an archery range and go for thumb ring.
I think ballistics is more important.
Yeah, either way. I'm just something to spend your resources on. Nice.
It's really bugging out a lot here.
You know why that happens, right? It's because you click far. You click to run away at home. If you click close, then they won't do that. They stay in the line. Nice. Don't force it. Remember, the camel archer numbers are so important.
Yeah, I think I should micro it more. I'm trying to macro behind it so much.
I think you don't even have to be taking these fights. Like, you could just like stay at home and focus on the eco. You're giving this way too much attention for very little gain.
Okay.
Nice, yeah, GP, perfect. And just heal them up. Yeah, it's not worth going out. And like, you're picking up a few relics on the side as well. Yeah, you need more on gold, by the way. So yeah, saturate that main gold a bit more as well. And I would say get an archery range, go for thumb ring. He's probably gonna get the faster imp, but all we need to do is secure a castle on this hill for now. I guess that's the most important step for sure. Oh, yeah, nice. He didn't want that. Imp. Alright, retreat. I don't think he clicked up yet. I could be wrong. I don't think so. This cast is so important, so you have to really make sure you're there to defend it. Get thumb ring as well. When you can, ballistics thumb ring. All right, and I would say even bring your monk into the mix to start healing your cam archers.
I think I thought I would just go into the castle there, but okay. Oh, what? Where?
That's fine. It's
Oh,
the
yeah,
scout.
yeah. That's why I built the scout actually. It's not that much.
Just to snipe that monk. So
Yeah.
that means there might be a relic here if he was walking towards that area.
No,
So
I
that
think he's still scouting. Otherwise,
No, he already scouted it in feudal age. I think there might be a relic. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna trap that castle. Notice it's a castle on the bottom of a hill. I promise you, this is really good for us. He wants to go for bomber cannons, I think. That's what the siege workshop's about. Alright, you're still missing thumb ring and second armor. Second armor maybe just delay it for now though. Go for bracer chemistry. He's gonna add some rams most likely. You can trade, He's making mistakes here. You can fight. Nice. Alright, so trap first and bracer chemistry. I would even say try to get a siege workshop here and get a couple of mangonels when you can, and even a second castle on that hill. It's really important. That hill is going to dictate the game.
I think what most people don't do here is masonry as well.
Yeah, masonry is nice for sure. Alright, get the trebs and start trebbing down his shit.
Should I go for his traps or for...
I think you go for the trebs. Yeah, I think you go for the trebs. Alright, keep maxing cam archers now. Don't make too many trips. Yeah, try to get to in a nice place. Oh, that's messy.
God.
That's messy.
That's so bad.
That's a game loser, actually. Yeah, that's a game loser. Yeah, that became dead. The game's over now. Straight up. I want to see if he's on 4 TCs or 30, or if he's on 3. I think he might have went for 4. No, he went for 3.
4.
Fourth one he added later. Well, he added the fourth one a bit later, I think. So yeah, I feel like you had the right idea, but you just he macroed better in the castle age. I think you used the market a little bit. He did better economy. He's also Indian, so he has the better economy. I think what you have to do is probably not waste too many cam archers earlier. And once you get the critical mass of 30 cam archers, that's when you have to start trading with his camels. He ran at you a lot, and you didn't really kill him. Like he was making a lot of mistakes with the camels. You could have turned around and killed a few of them.
Okay.
After that, it was just about getting a couple mangonels, camping this hill with 2 castles, and then you know, just putting the camel archers in a hole where they can't be surrounded, and then you could easily win the game. But I like that at least we got this hill and we put ourselves in a position to actually win. But I think he just had better macro. He had more resources to play with.
I felt like I did 0 damage with my camel archers.
Well, the problem is that you moved that too early with them, and then you lost a few of them, so you weren't able to get that critical mass. And then when you got to that critical mass, then you didn't really use it properly. Like he was running into you, and you didn't turn around to shoot at all.
Okay.
But I think most of it was just him doing the better economy. I think he might have a point here. It might be best to go for camels versus like just straight up camels into camel archers versus Indians. Might have been better. Hard to say though. Yeah, I think he has a point here.
Camel. Okay, and you want camel archers after that?
Yeah, exactly. You go camels right away. So stable into double stable camels. And then boom up and then go for camel archers a bit later.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think this could have worked out still, honestly. Alright, let's go again.
Okay.
Go again. But like I said, even if you know we lost this game, at least we had a plan and we went for it. And there was some good stuff. Like we did get the hill in the front. We did get like imp relatively close to his. I think he just had the better macro and had more resources available to him.
Okay. Guys, to prevent tilting, I'm trying to avoid reading chat, so if you have any questions, I will answer them after the coaching session. I have to do coaching now.
Oh, he's coaching as well. Rip.
Seems like it.
Okay. Hopefully, you find another opponent. If not, there's always me, but I feel like it's better if I'm just co-oping
Yeah,
instead of
this
you
is
playing
right.
me.
Let me see. Fire's in the game somewhere.
Metal as well might want to play you.
Maybe we're just hosts.
Yeah, I'll ask around.
Oh god, now I just closed the Woobly lobby. Overreaction. What? And now Woobly completely broke. Solid.
All right.
So 242. What is Fire up to? Oh, maybe he's preparing for Hidden Cup.
Yeah, it seems that way.
It's not really the preparing kind of guy, so feels weird.
He practiced a little bit, at least for NAC. He asked me a few, so I think when it gets to the later rounds, he does practice a little bit.
Yeah, potentially. I only saw his preparation for ECL and was really shocked. He didn't know the maps.
There's no preparation, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Explains why the Brazilians had their problems within the team, wanted to split up. Okay. Hopefully we'll find a game soon. Do you feel like you're playing better in the early game? It seems from watching your stream, it seems like you're a bit cleaner. That you're a lot cleaner actually with the early game.
Well, yeah, simply because I'm playing more, right?
Right.
There was never or let's say for the last 2 years, I probably was never really playing a lot. I was
Okay.
Since I'm kind of full-time caster, so I
Right.
kind of have to invest, quote unquote, like 4 or 5 hours per day into casting games
Okay.
instead of playing. And now I feel like I'm focusing a bit more, so it makes sense.
On the playing, yeah, for sure. Okay. Try to host a room 1v1, and we'll wait like a few minutes, see if we can find someone. I asked
Okay.
Metal, he didn't answer yet. There's the game 132 versus a 2K player, but yeah, he will probably not want to do unrated.
The Brazilian guy?
Yep.
I can
Probably
ask
play
him.
him.
Enter demon, yeah. Hey, can we do a practice 1v1 unrated? Asking around as well.
There's a guy in your room. His name's Luca. He's 1950. He's pretty good. He might be a bit low for you, but if you can't find a game, he will do unrated as well.
Scotty is here.
Okay, cool. Scotty's like 2K1. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Standard game.
All right.
So mean that you're saying that.
It's better to you learn more from playing standard games.
Yeah, but the last game we played, I did a 65-minute long tower rush against him. It was like me reaching imp at 1 hour 2 minutes, winning the game.
As Koreans?
As Koreans against his Spanish.
You know. Oh, that's like the 2 tower assist.
Yeah, but he didn't want to tower. And yeah, so that's really, really mean that you're saying that.
So we tower him, then we tell him not to tower us. Alright, what's the steps here? We got Vikings versus Britons. Alright, so let's think about the matchup once you get your start underway.
Normally, I love to play Rush FC with
Vikings?
Yeah. But against Britons, obviously, if we're both playing the same strategy, I'm behind an army control at least.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say Drush FC versus Britons. Like I said,
not versus Britons, as Vikings.
Yeah, I know. It's a great strategy, but like you said, versus Britons is probably not the best. I think versus Britons, what you want to do, since Viking has the better economy, is go for something like Men at Arms into Skirms. You know you want to play Skirms because he's gonna have better archers. So if you use the better economy to use a counter unit, I think Men at Arms into Skirms is the best way to do it.
Not the biggest fan of my woodline at the front there. I will switch to the one in the back later. Okay, Men at Arms to Skirm. Sounds fair.
Yeah. It's gonna be, I don't know if we went over the build, but it's gonna be something like Men at Arms into one range early game, skirmishers, then fast fletching, and then after we'll transition into the second range and probably go for like a mix of crossbow skirms for cast stage.
God, my number camp is worse than I expected. I'm chatting so much, I keep forgetting sending in villagers, sheep.
Okay.
Which you see, it's kind of buggy. How do I want to wall this?
Okay.
I failed. I didn't want to, like, I normally shouldn't loom, but I didn't think about it.
It's actually no problem. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's okay. Better than losing like a bill or having the idle time. Do you know where your second board is?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Oh, nice farm trick. Nice farm trick.
Don't need to unlearn everything.
True. Oh, you saw that clip, eh?
What clip?
Oh no, the clip of Doubt, myself and Doubt talking.
Oh, what did he say?
He was basically making fun of you, and me at the coaching.
Oh, okay. But you defended me, right?
No, I laughed along actually. I'll link you it afterwards.
Yeah, it's if you put exclamation mark Hera in the, I have it.
Oh, you have it. Okay,
Yeah,
you knew
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, what you
Okay.
said sounded too familiar. Oh man. Would have been awkward if I said I defended you and then.
Yeah, I would have put you on the spot.
Okay, so we found him, and it looks like he's doing the barracks. So either he's rushing or he's doing men at arms as well.
And we will find out if we check.
Yep.
If 790.
Yeah.
So he's
Josh.
Josh FCing. So I think I will Josh FC with skirms behind this. Change of plans.
No.
Okay.
Scout this side. Let's just make sure he's good. Josh FC. Stick with the men at arms plan. If he does go for Josh FC, we go men at arms skirms into towers. It's gonna be game. Yeah, just stick with the men at arms plan for now. Go for that gold. If you drop your berries, yeah, you'll be good. Nice. Yeah, he's going to Josh FC. That's fine. We're gonna go men at arms skirms into tower rush most likely.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
open.
so-
Is he open there?
He probably just walled it. Yeah, I think he just walled it.
Okay.
Alright, so you might actually not even need to upgrade men at arms. We might even just stay with the militia to clean him up. Just produce him as soon as you can. Perfect. And keep an eye now on where his Josh is going. Okay, cool. Bring your scout back as well when you have the chance.
Back? I thought in front of his barracks. Oh, this
Well,
will be
he's
the
probably
greatest.
already across at this point. Oh, watch this. Okay, nice. You're walling. Oh, there he's at your woodline. So we should have tracked that a bit better. That's fine. Just do a quick wall. Nice. Nice. Okay, perfect. So now bring your scout back and you can clean him up real quick. You probably don't even need to do men at arms. And then we'll tell from his timing whether he's going for FC or not. Keep the regular build going. They have a lot of idols under TC. Put them to straggler. Cool.
Okay, what's the plan now?
Okay, so right away, fix your idols. Fix all your idols. Every time you have to quick wall or you get raided, always double check your idols. Make sure your economy is rolling. Now you want to take the vills off the gold and put them to wood, and then yeah, with these 3 vills, we're gonna go forward. You're gonna need a range though. We're gonna need a range. Oh, actually no, go back. He's not going FC. He's not going FC. See the time? So we're gonna go skirms from home. No problem. Just take the vills off gold, put them to wood, and then we're gonna go skirms from home. Yeah. So only go forward if he's going for FC. If not, then you don't need to go forward. No reason to. What you probably can do is wall from this cliff to the woodline as well. That's gonna be a really
that's
nice
my
wall.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And then after that, you have a pretty safe map, honestly. Alright. So he's going 2 ranges. He's got a lot on gold. So he's definitely going for archers. He's definitely going for archers.
Well, that's what we're kind of expecting out of him anyways, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point of the plan. As soon as you can afford it now is a good time as a blacksmith for fletching. Alright, that's enough on wood now as well. So the villas. Oh, you're missing your lumber upgraded. Okay, nice. You just got it. Nice.
Whew. Big army.
Just archers though, so we'll be okay.
No, it was a lot of skirms as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm really scared.
Shouldn't really be too much of a problem, to be honest. Once you get fletching on this hill, just keep adding the scrims. Keep adding scrims. Fletching, you could even get armor if you're really worried. And now you want to start thinking about going back onto gold, and then going for that second range a bit later. Alright. Your map is secure though. Your map is secure and you have the hill. Just make sure this is walled. There might be a hole on that side. And with your scout now, you can actually just scout the outside. Increase your score and get the extra resources for late game. Okay, there, you see where he's going with his army. He doesn't have fletching yet though. So you can actually micro on the hill. Okay. You got fletching, keep hitting and running. You'll get a decent trade here, regardless. Nice. Alright. Alright, keep skirm production and farm production up. And you can garrison inside your base now with the new skirmishers. Yeah, no need to waste at this point.
Wasn't the plan.
Alright, start transitioning onto gold now, and then a few more skirmishes, then we'll switch into archers as well. And I feel like you shouldn't move out too far with those skirmishers, because you might come with a second army. Yeah, I saw something here. RTC anvils, careful. Okay, there's an army. That's a big mistake from him. So send the scrims on the outside of the wall, and then okay, he ran back. That's fine. Yeah. The whole point is we wait here until he shows his army, and then we clean it up, and then that's a free win pretty much.
Ah, he's coming back.
Yeah.
Should we chase?
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary. But if you think you're safe at home, then it's okay.
Alright,
Just keep your vision.
now.
Yeah. Make sure he doesn't like counterattack. Alright, you have a good uptime now. Keep adding scrims with the ranges.
Not sure if I could really do anything.
Get the okay. You have armor, perfect. So yeah, you're just waiting to see if you can catch his army out, basically. Keep adding scrims at home. Oh, nice! You caught a couple of scrims.
Oh, that's my
Oh, go mess with his gold. Why not? Go mess with his gold.
I'm messing with his woodline. He
Okay,
will have
that
his
works as
army
well.
there.
Yeah, but he's got mainly archers, I believe, at the moment. Okay, horse collar as well now. Be useful.
Oh boy, I was still open.
Yeah. You should just get a pass that gate there, by the way, so you don't have to keep deleting the walls.
Yeah.
Alright, keep production. But I don't know if you need so many on gold. I mean, you have way too many. You should probably send the rest to wood so you can afford ballistics or TCs, stuff like that. Nice, so yeah, this is annoying him a little bit.
I think I'd go for instant ballistics, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. And I don't know if he's adding a stable. I would add a stable if I was in his case. So just in case, I would say run your skirmers back. Careful of idle TC for a while now. You'll probably need +2 armor as well. It's really good when you go for skirmers. Okay, there we go. That's his army. Remember we said we just wait to see his army catch it, and that's pretty much the game over. That's what we got right here. But he's got knights, so make sure you have the archers queued up. Yeah, okay.
TC at the front? Yeah, right?
Yeah. Just either get one on gold and one on wood. Would be perfect. So yeah, the second one probably out here or something like that. So secure that secondary gold. One day.
Ah, okay.
Careful, you're running into unknown territory here. That's fine. Yeah, Britain Knights aren't the best, so this is actually really good for you. Again, mixing in those few crossbows makes your army so much stronger. Alright, so now secure that TC on the front. Once that goes up, you have a very safe map. What you can now try to do, since you have ballistics and all the upgrades, try to hit his gold. There's also a big hill in the front. You should be controlling those. You're already safe at home because you have really nice TCs and fully walled. Alright, also I'd probably re-put my gather point to like this area, so it's in the middle of the map, and pretty much where you need them.
Yeah, that's what I do, right? I think I will never do damage if I just pass there, but just go to the gold anyways.
Hey, you'll definitely get a couple builds here. Yeah, this is really good, actually. Exactly what you want. And then if he tries to engage you, you run back to the hill and you camp, and you just rinse and repeat. There we go. Go back to the hill, camp. And
Is this spot where I'd add the siege workshop?
Yeah, it's good. Once you get the 3 TCs, it's a good idea for sure. Just okay, yeah. See, this I don't like. Yeah, you have to try and keep the hill control.
Yeah, I actually clicked to the right hand side. I'm a bit confused that this happened. At least I tried to.
But again, you have skirmishers, so it's actually still fine. Nice. Alright, keep the economy running, and what you can actually start doing is even adding more ranges. Nice, I like the expo rating there on the side. That's good. Okay, play aggressive, play aggressive. That's a huge mistake. Move the scrims forward. That's actually really good. When you catch his army like that, what you want to do is take 8 skirms, control them, and then stutter fire with them. So you have half your army shooting and half your army moving forward. That's the way you get the most amount of value. Yeah. I would even say with one vil, get a forward range on that like hill or something there, monastery, anything, doesn't matter. And you probably need more gold to start fixing your macro a little bit. Actually, you know what you could do is change your attack to this hill. Since he's controlling this left hill. Yeah, careful, don't get bad boom. No. Oh, okay, it's fine. Change your attack to this hill. You'll give him that hill, that's fine. We'll push from the other hill.
Yeah, I already am switching there, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's perfect. And you can pretty much be pure skirmishes at this point. And then save up for imp with the gold. A little bit too much wood, so maybe just drop a few farms with some of the wood fills. And probably just move those crossbows as well. Yeah, they're coming, yeah. No need to fight on flat ground. You could just go to the hill. No need to fight on flat ground. Nice, decent shots. Alright. Alright,
What are you
and
doing?
now, careful, careful. Nice, good split. And now you're on the hills. So every fight you take will be pretty much a good trade for you. 90% of the time. Nice, good trades, good trades. Keep adding mangonels. Fix your eco though, you have way too much wood. Army is really nice though. Army and pressure is very nice. Oh, I like those crossbows on the woodline. That's really good. That's annoying for him. Careful. Nice. And market might be beneficial for you as well now. And yeah, clear out that siege workshop now. You're raiding him on the left side as well with archers, very nice. I like that you're collecting relics all the while, that's really smart as well. Okay, now you can start looking for imp. So don't force it with the market, but just start saving up. So keep making skirms, save up that gold. Oh, he's doing a counterattack. It shouldn't do much though, just queue a few skirms at home and you'll be fine. Nice. Probably have to run your stone bills as well. Nice. Okay, and now as soon as you click imp, what you want to be thinking of now is more production building. So something like siege ram would accompany this really well. So maybe a forward siege workshop from a place you want to push. So this hill or this hill comes to mind.
Well, I would love to have the left hill.
Yeah, so I think you could get it. I mean, you have very nice advantage now with the army. Just patrol some skirms, make sure it's available, and then put a forward siege workshop on it, and you'll be fine. Also, outposts on the side, they help. That's the kind of things you want to be thinking of when you hit imp. Start spreading out, start taking the map. You already have the relics coming in, but now it's really about the hills and the extra resources on the side. So he's still like hanging onto this hill on the left. He's got a nice imperialist timing, but he's got no economy behind it. Alright, nice, and yeah. Skirms will be there. On this side, you could probably move those guys in closer when you have the chance as well. And once you feel like you have control of this hill, drop a castle on it. Yeah, he's calling GG. So yeah, well played. Well played. I think where you started to take a lead is when you raided that golden castle stage. That was really nice. I would have liked to see you hang on to that hill a bit more, though. That left side hill is so important. If you hung on to that hill
Well,
and continue raiding, it's so good.
the thing is, I knew I could do guaranteed damage on the right hand side. That I can always take that TC away from him.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
left hand
so
side was critical.
that was a good decision then. So we did the damage on the left. Now he takes control of that hill. We move to the right. The only thing is, I would like to see you like take more advantage to the hill. So you want to try and fight on the flat ground. All you have to do is move the mangonels to the top of the hill and fire downhill onto the TC with the mangonels. It's way better than fighting on flat ground.
Yeah.
Like actually move the mangonels to the hill.
Yeah.
Also, in Imp, when you did the one outpost, you scouted an extra gold, but continue with the outpost. Don't do just one. Keep doing them, because what this does is you find, first of all the resources. Second of all, you have vision of anywhere he tries to run.
Yeah.
So if you fast forward 20 minutes, he'll be stuck in his base if you can't run out.
Yeah. Like the thing is, I was sending 2 more monks to go for relics, so I knew I would have all map vision anyways.
Yeah, but outpost is more than just vision. It's permanent vision.
Yeah,
that's important.
That's true. Yeah.
Permanent vision is something that's really important, because then if he moves out for a gold mine or something, you see him doing it. If he's moving out for extra stables on the side, you see him. It's just super important. I think what you did well, your macro needs a bit of work in Castle Age. It's definitely a bit messy, but what you did well is keeping the pressure and like spreading out your units to hit multiple wood lines and areas. That was really good. Okay, GG.
Anti-Demon got 2K viewers watching NAC. So did he cast that in Portuguese?
Just hop out of the game. Oh, it looks like he's done. Maybe Meadow will play you now. I think we still have like a half hour, and maybe 45 minutes, even an hour. So 1 or 2 more games for sure. So yeah, what do you think of that game? Any mistakes or stuff you could have done better?
Not following his drush.
Yeah.
That I think, like, I would have absolutely always camped in front of his barracks.
Okay.
To follow his drush. And then you kind of said, okay, go to the top. Then I went there and didn't go back down quick enough. After I saw his walls, I instantly should have gone down again.
I wanted. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. I wanted to see how his map looked like, to see if he's gonna go for the Drush of C. But the thing is, after that, you scout his map, then you just run home, and then wherever his Drush goes, you quick wall, and then you have your scout at home ready to fight it off.
Well, I had 0 vision at my wood and gold there. I think I needed to have that wall before then.
Not really. Like taking a little bit of damage from the Drush isn't a huge deal, by the way. Like, okay, you had to run 1 villager back, and you
Well,
had to
this
quick
one
wall.
went really well. I didn't lose a single villager.
Yeah, but that's really how it should be all the time, especially if you have the men-at-arms yourself to defend or the militia at home. Okay. Honestly. Yeah, if you're having more trouble with the Drush, then it's probably that you're not getting the quick walls in time, or your reaction's just a little bit poor. But you shouldn't definitely not be losing too many villas to a Drush. Max 1. Okay. Max 1.
Yeah.
So I like that he went for the Feudal Age Archers, and I think our reaction was good to go for the Skirms. If he went for FC, basically what would happen is we go for Skirms, get the Fletching, and then a little bit later in the Feudal Age we go for forward towers, and we're gonna try and deny his gold. And we pretty much would 90% of the time win that game.
Okay.
But I agree though. Like keep an eye on the Drush would have been definitely better. I probably just
So his mistake in castle was moving out with the crossbows, right? Should he have
Yeah.
added a siege workshop, like mangonel or more knights?
I think I would have done more knights. I would have went for more knights. Yeah, more knights if I wanted to move forward. If I wanted to chill at home, I'd add a siege workshop defensively. So it depends on how you want to play it. Both of them work though. But the way he did, where he added like 1/2 knights with only like +1 armor, doesn't really accomplish much. But it was a good thing that you added the expo just in case. So if you did do the right thing, you would have still been ready for it. But all right, Metal's actually much harder, much stronger than Scotty, so it's gonna be a good game here. Okay, I will be right back for a couple minutes. I'll probably catch you like halfway through Dark Age though.
Yes.
Okay, guys. I'm back in 30 seconds as well, getting some more sugar water. I wasn't sure if he was here. That's why I cancelled. Let's win. Last 2 games I had nice advantages in field age against him. Camara. Against Koreans. So let's maybe play against the towers that we didn't want to play against. Hera didn't ride him. Could we play no tower rush, please? For the training purpose. Still lacking 2 more sheep here. Trying to find them to the left hand side first, and then I will push some beat here. Don't know what that means. Just on tower rush. Good luck, have fun. Go! Go, have fun. Good that he says, I don't know what that means, and then we write go have fun. Must have cleared up everything for him.
Okay, I'm back. Alright. Camara's Koreans, okay. So he might tower rush.
Yeah, you read the chat log.
What is he saying?
I tried to talk to him, but didn't work out that well. Oh, why did that one go back?
Oh, I see. Well, we'll see.
So I will play a strategy that obviously doesn't make a lot of sense in like training purpose. I will play
Which is?
pop 20 defensive archers. Because I'm very sure he will open with men-at-arms, and I'm fine against his opening.
Okay, I don't mind that. With Camara, that's actually fine. With Camara, that's actually fine. I don't mind it. As long as you're thinking of the matchup and you think of what's going, like he's gonna approach, I don't mind. That would counter the tower rush quite decently.
Well, let's see what that. He has a lot of houses, so he will play more than pop 20 at least. Oh boy. So I think I will. Oh no, I didn't want to do that.
Probably just drop the berries. Yep.
Yes.
Right, lumber camp.
Okay, now he's running away, trying to scout himself.
You'll probably hit earlier than him.
Yeah, of course I will hit earlier.
Yeah, keep an eye on the scouts. Try not to shoot too much HP in Dark Age. Yeah, that's good. Go back. Nice. Alright, cool. Yeah, he still wins that scout war though. That's
ugly.
unfortunate. You don't have to drop the range with 4 vills, by the way. The rest can be taking straggler trees. It's way more efficient. Yeah, just take 2 vills. Perfectly fine. We'll do some house scanning here. I don't know what he's gonna go for. You're probably gonna need a few more onto gold at this rate.
I will be tight. So he knows we are not on gold.
Well, he probably suspects that you're taking a secondary one.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably scouts it now. So he's either doing scouts or he's doing tower rush. One or the other.
No, he's not doing towers. Like he would have been at my base long ago.
Yeah. So it's gonna be scouts for him.
So actually, what I love to play against Camara is heavy scouts.
Because they have a barracks.
Yeah. Most of the time trying to... Yeah, that was pretty bad by me. How did I not catch this one?
Yeah, shooting at an angle. Not liking your gold position actually. I would actually prefer you take your main gold. Don't like that one on the side. Yeah, you're gonna need some sort of vision protecting that main gold. Or that secondary gold, sorry. I'm thinking you might actually be doing skirmishers. Because I haven't seen any scouts and the timing window should be now to attack. Looks like it was scouts. Nice. That's huge.
Oh god. American lag.
You can fight that. Just go for fills. Don't hit the scouts. Go for fills. Fills only. You need to be hitting and running with this though. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, that could have been way better by the way. If you hit and run, you would have caught like 5 vills. Alright, fix your eco. You have way too much wood now. He's got a lot of scouts now.
I think this is honestly the spot where I want to even add a barracks.
I mean, he doesn't have bloodlines, so his all-in scouts isn't really that dangerous. But it's not a bad idea to add a barracks, or even like a tower on your gold or something. I really don't like that gold.
I think I want to add the tower at the main gold now.
And switch over to that one.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's kind of like unnecessary damage to yourself.
What do you mean?
Like, it would have been better just to take the main gold from the start, is what I'm saying. Not go for that second.
Yeah, but
gold.
then he would have scouted it and I would have killed less villagers.
It doesn't change that much. Like, him knowing what you're doing, I mean, there's only like so many things you could be doing. It's not really a secret.
It was to him.
The thing I'm worried now is if he sends a couple scrims to that gold, all those vills will die eventually. That's the only thing I don't like.
Let's intercept.
I think it's best to just counterattack now.
I think he will clear up the counter attack, right? I think going castle edge is just better.
Okay. You should bring your archers, try and hit those scouts then. Might as well.
Yeah, I'm waiting for 2 spearmen.
Okay.
At the moment he can clear me up. Okay, now I will kind of debate him in. I don't need to repair anymore. 2 spearmen, and now we can attack.
Nice. He, I think, over-invested into the scouts.
Yeah, even doing defense now.
What you could do actually is get a house near this gold if you want to stay on it, or just run them away. Because you have Camara, you can jump in the house.
True.
Okay, moving out now is actually kind of dangerous, by the way, because we don't know if he's adding skirms, and we also don't know, you know, where we can hit even. So I'd probably wait for Castle Age.
Okay.
But with one spear, scout, see what he's doing. With one spear, look what he's doing. Because if he's doing skirms or if he's staying knights, it matters. You know, it's a pretty big difference. He actually got a nice castle time there. Well, actually, it's not that bad. I think we're just slow ourselves.
Okay, +1 there.
Yep, he's staying scouts or knights.
Should we add a stable for some elephants?
No. Just a couple spears and then stick with archers.
Okay.
If you add the stable, you won't have eco for anything.
I think I kind of want to have this wall at this side. It's weird to wall away.
You need to put your archers in a hole here. You can never fight in the open like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you should have done that from the start, but that's fine. At least you kept half of the army alive.
Yeah, that's true. I thought the spearman would do a better job, but yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, just sticking in a small area is always a good idea. We're still fine though, because he's investing into something that isn't really an optimal unit for Koreans, which is like, you know, the knights and the light cav. So once you mass up enough crossbows, we'll be fine to start moving out.
He's even producing more.
Alright, I think you have enough crossbows now. You can group them up together and then you can start moving out.
Okay, what's the next step? I would buy stone and build a TC.
Yeah, probably the best thing. And I would probably do the TC on the stone, so you don't have to buy again.
I would do it here, just to protect some more wood as well.
Okay, sure, and there's a stone close by, you can take some of that as well. Okay, so now take all your army, so the ones in the ranges as well. Keep up archer production, and then start attacking, start moving out with that army. Move out towards somewhere you know you can hit, so probably this woodland's a good idea. So walk towards that hill. Alright, keep up production.
Oh boy.
So if he does catch you, basically what you want to do is try and get your archers in a small like hole like in between trees, or just kite away. So keep microing away, especially if you're on a hill.
My sheep!
And hit and run.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that's what they were. I don't know why he's staying on light cav. Seems really weird.
He will switch to manual notes now.
Yeah, perhaps. Alright, don't show yourself until you click up close. Try and really get the damage in.
I already moved away.
Okay, he left, yeah. That's fine.
Oh boy.
He's here, he's here. You could probably even get the pikeman upgrade and add a second barracks. Go for some pikemen as well. He's investing way too much into nets. So pikemen, armor, and you can clean that up easily. For now, he's hitting the monastery. You're not actually worried about that. Just stop the monk production. Okay. Armor and a 30C should be going down for you as well sometime when you have time.
I would do it at the top there now.
Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure you keep a production of the units. And once the upgrade, pikeman upgrade researches, then you can actually take that fight. All you need is a few pikemen. Just make sure you're fighting with the Expos in your range as well. You have like 10 of them there. Yeah, you can go for this fight. So yeah, start moving out now. We really need to start making some damage because he's got like 2 goals forward here. So at this stage of the game, he might try and go out and break, try and take them. Good time to start looking to get some damage done. Also, a siege workshop on this hill is a nice way to secure it for yourself. Careful, yeah, he got the castle up.
Oh boy.
I don't like this micro. If you're messing up your micro a few times now, we have to really see what's up with that.
Like at the last moment, I just patrolled in.
Yeah, you can actually keep microing these fights. It's fine. No upgrades on the wagons either. Yeah, you can take that fight.
Now we have the lag again. At least now I know why it lags.
Okay, and you can probably just camp your hill now with the remaining army. Yeah, fix your economy. You have way too much wood again. It's the same story every game. The wood problems. So I think just a few monks and pike defense is enough. Is all you need for now. Let me pause here for a second. Let's start thinking of what you're gonna do in imp though, because right now you don't really have any units on the map, and so you have the chance to think of what you want to go for. The lag is that bad, eh?
Yeah, it's not playable.
Okay, you can just go ahead and save and store, and then we'll think of what we're gonna go for in imp as well.
Well, so I want to have the hill control.
Yep.
I don't have dump ring, so Arbalest aren't pretty. Elephants, I think, aren't really viable in 1v1, and I don't have such a big eco advantage.
Yeah, it's probably too slow.
I think I'd still go for just Skirm Arbalest Bombard Cannon.
Yeah, I like that. And then you have the option for Halbs. Halbs are actually decent versus war wagons, but I think yeah, Skirm. I think start with Arbalest, so keep making archers, and transition to Skirm, Arbalest, Bomber Cannon, like you said, and that should be a good option.
Okay, well I already have a lot of that, so.
You're also gonna want to take some stone and get a cast on the hill. Moving up to imp, I think he is the better eco because he did way more damage to him than you did to him.
I invested a lot there. He didn't add TCs early, I believe. Well, he expanded to the right-hand side already.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, we took a lot of damage. We took a lot of we idled in feudal age to repair the buildings. Then we lost the monastery, idled a bunch of hills on the gold. We even lost a few of them. So yeah, I think we took a significant amount of damage.
Okay.
That he'll probably reach imp first.
Okay. Click in, please.
Oh yeah.
It seems to be like a Windows 10 bug. that if you wait too long in the lobby, that the game lags. That's why Tado is always rejoining. He has the same
Yeah,
thing.
rejoining.
Do I have only 2 TCs? Oh no, there's the third one.
By the way, you probably don't have to invest too much into mangonels. I mean, just one is fine. I don't like those.
Okay.
He doesn't have any like that many range units. Just a few monks to convert the wagons, and then some pikes and crossbows. Keep booming up. You'll be fine.
Oh, he has another TC even there.
Yep.
Well, then I want to pressure that, right?
Yeah, you could play. Yeah, you could probably start moving up onto that hill, and then if he chases you, you run back to your hill, stuff like that. Nice, good reaction to the raiding. Perfect. Nice. Alright, plenty of idols, by the way. Plenty of idols. Oh, he's got a castle there. So yeah, cancel the mangonels again and go for imp. Get your own castle and then play the imp game. So he's going purely wagons now, so I think you could even go for Arbalest if you want, or skirmishers. I don't actually know what's better. I assume skirmishers probably better. Nice, you're bringing in the relics as well, so it's gonna be good for late game. Drop a few extra ranges and go for whatever units you want to go for. Nice. So yeah, your castle's probably gonna come down on that hill. He's probably gonna push you quite hard here.
Okay, should I get the relics to another spot then?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's your main priority. I think your main priority should be getting down a lot of production buildings. Because if he's able to push to your monastery, it's probably GG.
Okay.
Alright, get your castle down. Perfect. Also, you need a university. Careful, careful, don't lose your army. Oh, I wouldn't fight that. Just retreat to your castle and try and do damage control at this point. Okay, get your own traps, perfect. Okay. Okay, chemistry is gonna be something you really need now. Try and snipe the bomber cannon with the trap if you can. Nice, got it. And then keep adding skirms and moving behind it. This is actually turning out decent for you. You're gonna want to get a castle somewhere here as well to secure that right side. One day.
Ambitious monk.
Yeah, Korean light cap sucks, so it's actually fine to go pure skirm here. You need your armor, yeah, okay, you're getting it now. And then drop a bunch of farms with the wood villagers and try and transition to stables of your own as well. Important thing is bomber cannon micro now though. Make sure you're not losing those guys. You have to snipe his magnanos with them. What you can also add is helps. You can either add helps or light cap.
Oh boy, that's too ugly.
Keep making bomber cannons. I mean, you'll be okay with
No, bomber
cannons.
cannons are fine against keeps.
Oh yeah, the Korean keeps, true. So maybe traps then.
Yeah,
A couple more traps. Feels like your production is really low. Maybe a couple more ranges won't hurt. So I'm not sure what the plan is here, but maybe you could use them for raiding, I guess. Yeah, so you're stabilizing at home. Spread out your economy though. Outpost on the side here, and look to spread out your economy. Fix your idols as well when you have time. Careful with the bomber cannon, Micro. You need to be sniping his bomber cannons.
Trying to.
Nice. Remember, you have the hill.
I don't even have ballistics. Kind of hurting.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Nice. You held the siege. That's actually pretty good. You killed a lot of gold units. Keep hogging that hill now. Alright, he's adding skirmishers, so now it's really when you want to start adding in your light cap. Make sure your food economy is doing well. Careful with your skirmishers. I would say don't be in a rush to move out on that left side. Really try and get your light cap transition underway now.
Yeah, so that's why I'm walling at the left hand side.
Okay, cool. And yeah, just keep bomber cannon microing on the front. And don't push out too far with the traps either. Snipe that one. What? Did 1 damage. Fuck. Okay. So yeah, now light cav, and skirmishers, that'd be good. Bomber cannon micro. Nice. Alright, remember when I said expanding on the sides? You should probably use the extra stone that you're finding here with a TC or something. Yeah, you don't need military build, it's just, take the, just get the stone. Alright, keep spending your food. Light cap production. Alright, light cap production, the last armor upgrade, more vills, and try to get to 200 pop now as fast as possible. Also keep making skirms, those are still important. Something that could be useful
beautiful sound.
Siege engineer, and yeah, you're getting to 200 pop finally. You still have plenty of items though, so still a lot of stuff to do. What the fuck? I got caught. An outpost in this corner for that gold that's I'm pretty sure is there would be nice. Yeah, on the front there's still the stalemate. It's still the stalemate. We can't really break that yet, but we have more pop soon. So he's now going for halberdiers. More scrims, more scrims. Don't waste. And yeah, there's the extra gold inside of it. You're still missing Skirm upgrade. You can buy wood and keep spamming skirmishers in light cab now. And fix your idles when you have the chance as well. Alright, snipe his cannons with yours. Alright, more production. Nice. Alright, still missing upgrades on the light cap like attack, and you still have plenty of idols.
Oh buoy Schneedel.
Conscription's also a good upgrade. More light cap reduction. Again, you should be at really at 200 pop. You don't really have to be forcing these side buildings, by the way. It's not really important until you're at 200 pop consistently. It's really that's really something next step. You don't need to do it right away. Idle vills when you can as well. Alright, keep an eye on that front now. The front's really important.
I was getting my relics. Not part of the plan.
It's okay, it's still 2, he's got 3, it's fine, no biggie. You still have that gold on the right. It's kind of saving you. It's really your production that's making you still behind in this game though. Alright, he's got 2 trebs here, so this is a really important area. Put all your focus now in the center, in my opinion.
Okay. Is he starving on wood?
Don't think so. Well, actually, yeah, he's taking wood in the middle. Yeah, he is kind of running low. You're right. This middle area is very important to him. It's really all your focus is. More light cap, more light cap. Can't stress enough. You're also missing the attack upgrade on the light cap.
Oh boy. Now you are doing stuff. Don't do that.
I just made a few farms.
Yeah, I saw that.
Keep making like I said, it needs to be at 200 pop consistently. Alright, and then check your idols when you have time as well. Yeah, you're consistently on like 20 idols, which is really bad.
This MQ? What?
I think it should be MQ.
Yeah, it obviously is MQ.
Yeah.
At least I'm playing with MQ.
I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, nice. He is struggling on resources now, pretty bad. Mass a bunch of light cav on the front, and then use them to try and snipe the traps and the skirmishers here. Alright, I would even say spam your idle Vil key and then delete them all. Because I'd rather have the pop for military. Better than having idle Vils. Okay, maybe tend to this castle as well. Keep spamming light cav and skirmishers.
Seems like he's really struggling for wood here.
Yeah. Look at that middle wood line is the last thing. Once you raid that, he's dead. So keep massing your army. You're dropping to 180 pop yourself here. You're getting kind of low. Keep an eye on this raid coming in now. And then make sure your pop stays pretty high. This left side, that could be a disaster if you don't tend to it fast.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're also raiding his farm, so he's probably worse off, but still better to clean it up at your home as well. He's calling it. GG. So that was actually a pretty decent comeback. I think you put yourself in a bad position due to a few mistakes, but nonetheless it was a nice comeback. And yeah, let's talk about the game. You start with your ideas.
Okay. So I went for the sneaky gold, Camara against Koreans, obviously two of the weird civilizations.
Yep.
I have felt like I had a good defensive wood and berries, so I felt like early aggression is something I could easily survive.
Yeah.
We kind of agreed that he won't tower rush, so I expected him to go for men-at-arms or scouts. I didn't expect him to go for direct skirms or archers. Simply, it's not his style. Plus, most Camaras either go early fletching themselves or scouts.
Yeah.
So I just went for archer defense, doing well against scouts and men-at-arms. I felt early fletching is what I wanted to do. We did some damage early on. Maybe could have sniped 1-2 more villagers. And then I took a very bad fight my early castle age, where I just sort of disengaged or had 5-6 spearmen more. I lost a lot of army there.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel too bad because we kind of knew he would commit to a lot of light cav and a lot of knights.
Okay. So yeah, I think like you said, you fell behind slowly, but nothing crazy in Castle Age. So just like some small military losses. All in all, you did pretty well. But then his early imp, he took a lot of pressure back. I think you're holding the hill. That was perfect. Like with the bomber cannon micro, the treb micro, that was really good. One thing you could have gotten faster with siege engineers to help you out with that. Other than that, it was pretty much perfect. Skirm option was very nice as well. Like Toothgate for the Imperial Age now. There's a couple things that you didn't do that would make it so much easier for you. So one thing is production. So I noticed that you're trying to do these raids on the sides, and that's good. But a general rule is you only do that when you have 200 pop or when you're hitting 200 pop. Before it's just going to cost you too much. Another thing, just your production in general, it's very inconsistent. It's not a constant flow of production. It's like you queue units every 5 minutes, where you have units and then when they die, you just don't have them anymore. Whereas it shouldn't be like that. It should be constant flow. And another thing is your idols. You had 20 idols the whole game there. Yeah, I promise you, the whole game.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
it was
20 plus
intense.
idols.
The thing is, since I always kind of feared about my bombard cannons and traps, I checked them like every 3 seconds. It's like bombard cannons, okay, produce skirmishers. Bombard cannons, okay, fix 2 idle villagers. Go back to bombard cannons. Because I felt once I lose the bombard cannons, I instantly lose the game.
I agree. Okay. That's actually like a good idea. But the thing is, you only lose the bomber cannons because you're moving out constantly. Why not just put them at your castle for 30 seconds, fix all your idols by either deleting them or putting them to farms or wood, and then go back to your bomber cannons.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't, what you're saying is right if there's constant fighting. However, you're the one that chooses to have constant fighting because you're always going forward. All you have to do is stay there for 30 seconds, fix your shit, and then go back to constant fighting. Yeah. And then when you feel like you got too many idols, do the same thing again.
Yeah. What I should have done is, honestly, like, I felt bad losing all those relics. I kind of knew it, right? At minute 30, I said we need a defensive monastery, and I saved 2. I only saved 1 of those relics. I could have saved all 4 if I thought about it a bit earlier, and if I didn't listen to you. But yeah, it was kind of surprising that we did even hold there. I think he attacked too much into our left hill. I think he should have cleared up our bottom. We were super open there for way
if
too
you went
long.
to the right and took control of the hill, see, if I was coaching him, I would have told him, okay, don't be stubborn against that hill, go on the right side. If he goes on the right side, it's instant GG. So yeah, but you can see that he's making mistakes as well. So like
Honestly.
even like both players will be making mistakes. It's really just whoever makes less mistakes, honestly.
Well, that's how the game works, right?
Yeah. Also, your expansion on the right kind of saved you. You got 2 extra golds and your extra stone. But I kind of, told you to do that a couple of times. So I'm hoping you remember to do that kind of stuff on your own with the outpost on the sides and the TCs on the sides as well.
Yeah.
That's you should probably write that down somewhere. Not gonna lie. I'll probably write you that on Discord. I'll probably write all of this on Discord after the session, so you have it. You can remember it.
Okay.
But other than that, I think that's like a pretty solid game overall. It's still your early game is still you're falling behind. I don't know. It's just weird decisions. You're not sticking with the meta. You should just stick with meta. So like taking the side goal to be sneaky, it's not really necessary. I mean, like it just seems weird to me. Like I don't think you need to be doing that kind of stuff. I thought you were scared of the tower rush, but since you did like no tower rush agreement, taking the main goal's fine, unless the secondary goal's in the back and it's safe. But
I said it's fine
exposed.
to go man-at-arm tower forward.
Okay, just not a pure tower rush. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, then like it's not a big deal, but it's kind of just those. And also, early game you stuck in 7 archers to his wood line, hit and run. When you're able to kill vills, always micro, always focus the micro.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's army versus army and you have other stuff to do, I say like don't bother with the micro because it's not gonna win you the game. Killing 1 archer more than him, then just run away and then focus on your economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, I think that was pretty good. That last game, honestly, pretty good. So any last thoughts before we end?
Not really. I think it was really good that I went for save and exit. You know how super tilted I was at the last coaching? It was the same spot, right? It was mass imp battle, and I couldn't micro anything because it was pure lag.
That.
And this one, like, that was a smart decision.
Does that happen always with North Americans?
No, it's not. As I said, it's Windows 10, 2 monitors, and if you're into the game room too long. So if I just go back into the game and we launch quickly, it's all fine.
It's fixed. Okay,
It
that's
might
cool.
be
That's
a
cool.
Woobly bug, something like one of those four factors. Like they're all influencing each other.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Kind of weird, but some people have it.
Yeah. I've seen Tato and Doubt have that problem
Always
a couple
rejoining.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was pretty good. Like you said, a few things like with the relics could have went better. But I think if you clean up your early game, really stick to the meta. You don't have to do anything crazy to win. You know, these players, they're gonna make mistakes as well. You're not playing at the top level yet. So stick with the meta and try and win the game based on the caster's decision making rather than sneaky early game stuff. You don't need to be sneaky early to win games. Trust me.
Okay. But what would you have started with? Just pure scouts.
If I was playing this game, I would open scout 100% of the time.
Yeah.
If I want to do your archer build, that's fine. It's not a bad thing. I just take my main gold, go for archers, and probably just tower my main gold to keep it safe, and that's it. The rest would be the same. I probably would not waste as much army and have better micro with my archers. That's the advantage I would have.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was a good session. That was a good session. I'm gonna write a bunch of stuff on Discord, like I said, about your late game, and that way you can, check them. You don't have to remember everything. But I think you do a good job of remembering from session to session, so that's good.
Trying to.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, any last things you want to say?
Thanks.
All right, all right. Thank you for your time as well, and I'll see you next week then, I guess.
Yes.
Good luck with the games this week, and peace out.
See ya.